What if a traumatic brain injury wasn't the end, but the very beginning? Brendon Burchard hit his head in a car accident, and from that moment, he changed everything. It also changed my life. Hi, I am Janet Shane, and I'm a certified traumatic brain injury mindset and optimization coach. I help women survivors rebuild confidence, self-worth, and peace from the inside out. In this video, we're going to uncover how Brendon Burchard went from a trauma and depression to one of the world's most successful high-performance coaches, and I'll be sharing the hidden lessons I learned on my own traumatic brain injury journey. That's just one that just might help you to shift how you see your life. Before we dive into that, I created something just for you. It's called the TBI Power Plan. It's a free step-by-step guide designed for women like us, survivors who want to feel everything worthy and grounded again. Download it in the description below or visit the link in the description. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll not only know how Brendon turned his trauma into a global movement, but also how you can turn pain into purpose too. Let's rewind the tape. Brendon's story didn't start with the best-selling books and the millions of followers that he has. It started with a crash. At 19 years old, Brendon was in a devastating car accident in the Dominican Republic. He suffered a traumatic brain injury and was left sitting in the wreckage, staring at a cracked windshield, not knowing if he'd live or if he'd die. And at that moment, he asked 3 questions. Did I live? Did I love? Did I matter? That became the foundation for his life's mission. But what most people don't know is that Brendon dealt with the whole same fog, fatigue, and emotional shutdown that so many of us TBI survivors experience daily. My story, when I heard his story, I broke down because I remember sitting in my own room 5 years ago or before and wondering, is there more to my life? Is there more than just being mom? Is there more than just surviving? I felt called to serve others, and I started with network marketing and travel, and that went well. And then eventually COVID hit, and then I switched to health, but I was introduced to doing personal development or mindset work, and I fell in love. I fell in love with how I could look at life in a whole new way, and how my perspective didn't have to just be the one that I knew or that I was taught, that there were other options out there. And it was a whole new chapter for me. And I wondered, would this maybe be the right steps? I was so tired. And I felt invisible and unheard sometimes in the life that I've been living. I had a family who loves me, but inside I felt lost. Brendon said the same thing. That pierced my heart. You can choose to be the victim of your story, or you can be the author of your next chapter. I chose the pen and paper. Let's talk about how Brendon rewired his brain mentally and emotionally, and what that means for us as survivors. Brendon dove into personal development like his life depended on it. And because it did, he read, he journaled, and meditated, and eventually created the high performance habits framework that millions now follow every day. But here's the kicker. He has built a business around the very thing he once struggled with, his mind. That's powerful, and it's something I had to learn to do too. No, it didn't come easily. And it didn't come easily to Brendon Burchard. It became me as I kept diving one little step further every day. It wasn't easy. I had to learn to let go of perfectionism, being like everyone else, people pleasing, and the voice in my head that whispered, "You're not enough anymore," or "You're not worthy." But with coaching, God's grace, and the community I have been surrounding myself with, I started helping other traumatic brain injuries to discover the strengths inside of them too. And that's what I want for you. If this message is stirring something inside of you, grab that TBI Power Plan. It's a short, simple, and life-shifting plan that could help you make it be your first step today. There are the 5 exact steps that helped me to start again with faith, clarity, and confidence. You'll find it in the link below. Now, here's what most people never tell you about comebacks, especially after a TBI. It's not about motivation, it's about meaning. Brendon wasn't trying to get rich or famous. He was just trying to answer the call on his life. That's why his message hits so deep. When he walks on stage or into a video, you can feel it because he earned it through suffering, through his suffering. And maybe so have you. My story, my purpose is becoming clearer and clearer every moment that I stop and just take a breath and stopped waiting to be who I was before the accident. Because I'm no longer going to be her. I am not her. And I believe you can relate to that. The real comeback was learning to love who I was becoming. The scars, the setbacks, the stumbles, all the actions that take longer than anyone else and in a different way than anyone else. I had to accept being uniquely myself. That shift changed my marriage, my mindset, my faith, and now it fuels my mission to go and serve others. I believe traumatic brain injury survivors are here to do something remarkable, and you're proof to it too. My wake-up call gave me my mission and why I want to serve and how I want to serve and who I want to serve. What will yours give you? Can you let it define you or refine you? But you don't have to do it all alone. I have not done it all alone. Neither did Brendon. You're not broken. You're not becoming. If you're ready to feel worthy, joyful, and peaceful again, starting today, download the TBI Power Plan. It's my gift to you. The link's right below with this video in the description box. I'm Janet Shane, and this is just the beginning. Let's rewrite your story one comeback at a time. Subscribe, hit the bell, and remember, you survived for reasons beyond your understanding, and it's time to step in faith and to look into them. And it's time to let go of just surviving. It's time to step into faith, trust, surrender, and thrive and do what God has created you to do.